Welcome to the Wiser Wealth Management Roundtable. We believe the best financial advice should always be conflict-free. I'm your host, Casey Smith. Guiding you to financial freedom are my co-hosts, Brad Lyons and Matthews Barnett. Hey, guys.
How's it going?
Hi, Casey.
We have a little different podcast today. Today is what I want to call the Community Spotlight podcast, and we have a great interview with Orrin Checkmate Hudson teed up for you guys today. I think if you think about chess, he uses chess to teach kids, especially kids in inner city schools, how to make better choices. But what I learned through this interview is not just inner city kids that need to have chess. We all need to have chess in our lives and managing resources better if you think about it.
I personally don't know how to play chess, so I look forward to reading his book and learning. But it was interesting to hear how it does relate to thinking in life and just getting ahead.
Well, his book is Orrin C. Hudson, One Move at a Time, How to Play and Win at Chess, ... and Life. Here's our interview with Orrin Hudson. On today's Community Spotlight, I have Orrin Checkmate Hudson with me of Be Someone. Welcome, Orrin.
Oh, thank you, Casey. It's a pleasure to be here.
How we met's a little weird. My son and I were headed to a junior golf tournament, and we were headed to the airport super early in the morning, and I heard an interview, which we don't even know what station it was on. I was just flipping channels. I hear your story, and I was like, wow, this guy's really passionate about helping children make better decisions, and we ended up connecting via email. We talked later that afternoon, and here you are. That's pretty cool. Tell me a little bit about your story and what your organization does.
Basically, I was a gang member in my teens. I was making bad choices, and a teacher came out of nowhere and told me that he was going to teach me to think. I said, what do you mean? He said, I'm going to teach you chess. I said, I'm a checker guru. He said, checkers, you're using half of the board. He said, I'm going to teach you how to use every single square on the chessboard. And so James Edge in Birmingham, Alabama, taught me how to think by teaching me how to play chess. And it helped me make better decisions. He told me, you being a pawn for crime, you're following the follower. And I was basically doing what they say do. They say, do this, you do it, do this, you do it. And so he got me out of a gang, which is basically in my teens, following the follower, and taught me how to think for myself.
That journey took you into what careers?
Well, I went in the Air Force, and then I later became an Alabama State Trooper. Then I later started Be Someone. Be Someone is a youth development program dedicated to the children in the community, teaching children how to think things through, how to pause, how to ponder, how to pray before you proceed, because you can make one move in life and never recover. Don't do the first thing that pops in your head. Your first crack could be a whack, and you can't take it back. So think before you act.
That's a great use of words. So just before we got on set here, I had my son come in. He missed a little bit of school this morning to meet you. You have a book?
I have a book, One Move at a Time, How to Win at Chess and Life.
He was looking at that book and looking at some the chess moves that you talk about in there. He very much enjoys chess, although he did not keep doing the chess club. How do you make chess fun for kids?
I meet children where they are. I created a rap song. I make chess come alive. They call it crunk chess. I've been featured on every station in America because what we do is exciting and entertaining, and we dance, we rap, and I break it down so that they get it. My gift is taking something complex and can teach a 3-year-old how to play chess. So I'm good at taking a complex subject because I'm real slow. And when you slow, you know how to meet people where they are. So I can teach anyone how to make the next move the best move. Don't count every move, but let's make every move count and make your next move your best move.
So what's the process of that? How many classes do you do with the kids? Is it a one-day event?
It's many classes as it take. It's customized. Each person is different. I've done 6 weeks classes a lot. I'm doing a 6-week class coming up September 1st for senior citizens. So I teach anywhere from 8 to 88. That's my bracket, 8 to 88, in that age bracket, 8 to 88. So I'm doing a 6-week program where I'm teaching young people and adults and senior citizens, parents, how to think things through. 6 magic words: take time to think things through.
How do you measure success when you're working with the kids?
I measure success based on feedback I get from parents. Well, thank you. My son is making better grades. Wow, my son is putting the milk back in the refrigerator. He's thinking things through. He's not just... So chess is about focus. The key to winning in anything is focus. And once you learn how to focus, then you can accomplish anything. See, the key to failure is broken focus. The key to success is focus, laser focus. And so I'm teaching children how to focus on what you want. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And how to get what you want. And don't play the blame game. Black and white is the same. You have everything you need to win the game. You have your mind, you have your ability, you have your talents, and you have time. You have to use your resources to get what you want.
You talked about grades. What's the connection between chess and grades?
Chess is about making decisions. Grades is about making good decisions. When you're taking a test, you look at all the answers, because the answer could be D, all the above. Don't just jump at the first answer that you see, because the answer could be D, all the above. So chess is about looking at the whole board and the pause, the ponder, the pray before you proceed. Why? Because you can make one move in life and never recover. Don't fight the police. Don't do none of that. That's a bad move. So basically, I'm showing people where the landmines are. There's a landmine here. There's a jungle out here. And if you don't make the right move, you could be killed. You could die. And so we're teaching children to make good moves. I believe in good voices, and I believe in good moves. If you listen to the right people, you make good moves. If you listen to the wrong people, you can make bad moves. And so we're teaching people how to make good moves, how to listen to good voices.
And that was my next question. That's how it's related to life.
It's related to life. You got to allow people to step in front of you. I can play this game with my eyes closed, chess. And I teach young people what it took me 40 years to learn, how to use what you have. You get all your pieces off the back row as soon as possible. The opposite of wealth is not poor. The opposite of wealth is mismanagement, underdeveloped, and overlooked resources. Poor is just a reflection of how you use what you have, how you use your resources. So all I'm doing is teaching people how to manage resources. It's all about resources. I can take a NFL team where I'll win a lot of games. I'll take anybody and I will win, because I'll show people how one of my specialties, I can take less and do more with less than anybody. And I learned that from my mom. My mom called me one day and she said, "Orrin, I have a bag of ties for you. I want to give you." I said, "Mom, I'm a grown man. I buy my own ties." I went to the mall in Birmingham, Alabama, and I said, I'll take that tie. And the guy said it was $95. I said, "Wait a minute. Let me call my mom." I said, "Mom, I'll take that bag of ties." And so I learned from my mom how to do more with less. That's the key to winning in life, and that's the key to winning in business. That's the key to winning in anything you want. You have everything you need to win the game. Don't play the blame game, play the win.
Interesting. So we talked about this offline here earlier. A person comes to your class, they take chess, they learn chess, they start making better life decisions, but they still maybe live in a broken home. Nobody's paying them any attention. What do you think is really needed to really make a difference in that child's life after they have a mindset change?
I think, like I said, mindset, self-confidence, and letting them know that their mind is a pearl that can change the world, and that it's what you say to yourself that will determine your results. It's not what other people think about you. What other people think about you is none of your business. No one's coming to the rescue. If it's going to be, it's got to be me. I'm the captain of my ship, and I win or lose based on the decision that I make. It's not the government. It's not the taxes. It's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. And I have to take responsibility for my own success. I will persist until I win, and that failure is fuel. Every master was once a disaster. Failure is a fuel. And that for me to get to the next level, I got to do the work. I got to put in the work. I got to work hard. I got to work smart. I got to make my next move my best move.
You talk about that in your book too, where losing is just another opportunity.
Right. Failure is your friend. Failure tells you when it's time to learn again. Embrace failure. Dance with failure. Failure is good. The more you fail, the smarter you get. I'm the king of failure. I brag about failing. I've lost more chess games than anybody on the planet. And I love it because I've seen this movie before, so I know what car to get in, what car to not. They said, why are you why are you riding a horse instead of getting on the plane? Well, I saw this movie before. The plane went in the water. I'll take the horse. You got to have discernment. Discernment means you can see what's happening before it happens. Pattern recognition. Pattern recognition allows you to plan, prepare, position, and predict. You know what's coming before it happens. You can pivot because I already see what's happening. When the Super Bowl came to Atlanta, I'm on the field at halftime making things happen. Why? I saw the pattern. People go, "Why? What pattern? Pattern recognition. Pattern recognition allows you to plan, prepare, position, and predict. And then you can prosper. Why? Because you already know what's coming next. 2, 4, 6, 8. You know what's coming next. At a certain time, traffic backs up. At a certain time, there's no traffic. So once you know the pattern, you know what's coming next. Success is predictable, and so is failure. You fight the police, that's a bad move. That's a bad move. Just do what you're told to do. I told my 4 boys, I have 7 children. I told my 4 boys, I need you to obey and do everything you're told. I can get you out of jail, but I cannot bring you back from the dead.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I need you to come home alive. Do what you're told to do. I'll fight it later.
Right. You can always fight the system, but kind of hard to do that from the funeral home, right? What is your vision for Be Someone?
Be Someone right now, I'm looking for board members and key members to be a part of the solution. God told me the other day, hey, Orrin, you need more help. And so I'm playing a game without pieces, and I'm reaching out for people, trying to get more people involved and asking people like you, Casey, and other people to join me in my efforts, teaching young people how to dream. I want to train 1 million children. I've trained about 77,000 kids. I'm basically done it on my own. I'm playing about 45 instruments myself. And I'm looking to partner with people and ask people to join me in my efforts. What we're doing has your name on it. I came up with the name Be Someone because Abraham Lincoln, his mother, her last words on the planet to Abraham Lincoln was be someone. And even though Abraham Lincoln had failed many times running for public office, Abraham Lincoln took those 2 words, be someone, all the way to the White House. My assignment in life is to empower our young people to be someone. Get your head up, get your pants up, get your grades up. And the big one, never give up.
There's a section of your book, it's actually the last word. You talk about Dr. Luther King Jr. on August 28, 1963. He said, I have a dream, quoting from the book. What followed was a vision that forever changed our nation. Yet many people today regard their visions and dreams as if they are impossible fantasies. They don't believe that their dreams will come true unless a miracle happens. Start every chess game thinking of Dr. King's words, dream that you can win. If you lose, that's okay, but keep the dream alive and keep it again the next time you play. It worked for me.
It worked for me because you got to believe. I remember the referee when I was playing Andy Reeder, the state champion in Alabama, he told the Andy Reeder that his trophy was ready. And I'm listening to him telling me, and I go, well, we'll see about that. I'm still here too. I count. All life matters. I'm here. And I was able to win because I put in the work. I'm always learning. And I smile about learning. And I turn frustration into fascination in that I embrace my failures. I embrace bad times. And I say, hey, what's the silver lining here? And it's all come from faith. Faith is that you will have some dark spots. You will have some downtime. But in the downtime, look for the silver lining because there's always a silver lining. There's always something that you can do to pivot in this pandemic and how to embrace and how can you be better than you was yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. There's been a lot of positive things I've seen come out of even our current environment. It's easy to focus on the negative ones. It's easy to say, I'm in this position because of COVID, but there's so many other positive things that have happened too with COVID. For me and my family, I appreciated the slowing down. There was no baseball. There was no golf. There was no these activities. And all of a sudden we were home on the weekend. That was very positive for me. You have to have hope.
You have to have hope.
You have to have hope. Without hope, there's just complete despair.
Yeah, you got to have hope, and you got to know that God is still in charge. You know, my pastor, Charles Stanley, say, obey God and leave all the consequences to him. Just at the end of the day, just put your faith in God. Treat everybody like it's you because that person is you. Why? Because what you sincerely desire for others will happen for you. I get a kick out of adding value to others.
Yes, you do. You told me that when I talked to you.
Yeah, I get a kick because it's so rewarding. I was helping this homeless lady, and she was smiling and laughing, but I was saying to myself, she don't get it. I'm more happy than she is. Because what you do for others will trickle back to you. And I just get a kick out of being of service and adding value, and I'm here to serve.
So again, in the book, you talk about dreaming. So tell me your dream about Be Someone. What is your dream? You told me what you needed and what your goal was to help a million people.
My dream is to have strategic offices across the country where people are learning how to think strategically, how not to just fall for the okie-doke, how to have discernment, how to read things what's happening, and realize that you will do good and people will mistreat you, but do good anyway. Just continually walk in love, move in love, because at the end of the day, love always wins. Mm-hmm. And so if you sincerely want to make this world a better place, walk in love. And my dream is to have 1 million young people, each one teach one, sharing the magic of love and showing people how to wake up winning. Today is the best day of my life because I get to share with the world and people on this podcast what I'm about. I'm about giving, teaching young people how to make the next move, the best move, how to pause, how to ponder, how to pray before they proceed. Why? Because you can make one move in life and never recover. You want to think things through.
So how are you thinking things through in this COVID environment?
I'm thinking things through by teaching on Zoom and mastering the art of Zoom and trying to ask people to join me in my efforts. You know, money is low because of COVID. I'm not able to get out as much. So I'm trying to take advantage of this podcast and ask people to go to besomeone.org and reach out to me and be a part of the solution. Now, what we're doing is powerful, and together we're stronger, together we're better, and together we can make a difference.
I love your energy, and I always tend to gravitate toward people who want to make a change, who want to make a difference. I often tell our staff here that we can run the most efficient wealth management firm in the world, but at least when I die, they're not going to put that on my tombstone. No one cares at that point. It's about the lives that have been touched through the process. We've had many people here over the years come in with negative net worth, not positive net worth, but negative net worth. And if they're willing to put forth the work, we're willing to be their mentor. And sometimes, maybe not in today's environment, but certainly in pre-COVID, sometimes you got paid by unsolicited hugs. That's how I used to say it. Now it's air fist bumps, I guess, is how we get paid. And obviously we can't make a living by doing that, but that's been my vision, is that anybody who walks in the door, we're going to help them get from point A to point B if they're willing to put forth the work and use their resources appropriately, right? We can't fix things unless they get passionate about it. And that's what I love about you, is that you're getting kids passionate about making a change. I asked you offline about alumni, and I know that you don't necessarily track that right now, but if you've met with 77,000 kids already in your time span of doing this, I know there's at least one. I probably put hundreds of. I
had a kid that reached out to me the other day, and he said, I'm in the military now, and what I learned from you is I've learned more from you than I learned 4 years in college and in the military. So I've got some success stories out there, and I had one kid call me, said he's traveling all over the world. He's in Miami right now. His name was Orrin Porter. He won the Georgia State Championship many years ago when I was coaching him. And he was about to go to jail from the judge. And the judge said, I'm going to give you one more chance to get your life together. And I coached Orrin Porter. He won the state championship. Now, when he was playing, he lost his queen. But he remembered what we teach in class. Don't focus on what you lost. Focus on what you have left. And the biggest mistake you ever can do your entire life is to give up. So never give up. And so even though he was a queen behind, he stayed with it and won the championship. And so that's what I teach young people. He called me the other day and said, hey, man, I'm in Miami. I'm living my dream. Thank you for being a blessing to my life. And I said to him, listen, what I sincerely desire for you will happen for me. I get a kick out of adding value to others. So my life work is about what can I do to show people how to be someone, how to get your head up, your pants up, your grades up, and then stay in the game and never give up.
Absolutely. Well, Orrin, thank you so much for talking with me today. And to all of our listeners, besomeone.org. If you feel as moved as I did to donate to his cause, I encourage you to do that. The money is going to just a great organization that is truly making a difference in young people's lives. This is how we change the future. We have to get out of this mindset that everything is everyone else's fault, the world's fault. The world just didn't like me, and you can't live in defeat. And I see you helping people live in victory. And thank you so much for doing that. You are a superhero, and we look forward to talking to you again soon.
Thank you.
That was a great interview. It's always fun, exciting, kind of a loss for words here, but to meet someone with a passion for other people, always putting other people ahead of themselves. And if life is about touching others, and if it was a game, he's the biggest winner. Amazing.
I also found him to be very authentic. I mean, I didn't feel that he was in any way trying to impress anybody about anything other than that his desire and his passion towards helping young people learn how to make better decisions. And he has found a game for them to play in order to make that leap into learning how to make better decisions, the game of chess. And when you think about it, utilizing all the chess pieces on the board is learning how to utilize the resources that we have in life to make best decisions for ourselves and for others.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting, not only his story about how he got into chess, but how many lives he's touched through the game of chess, how he makes it fun, and how he relates that to life lessons and teaching kids how to get ahead in life.
77,000 young people that he's taught play the game of chess and had the opportunity to show them how to make better decisions in their life, touching 77,000 lives.
Absolutely. With some reaching back out to him, say, hey, you changed my life, which is that's awesome.
That has got to be incredibly satisfying.
But I don't like looking backwards. I always like looking forwards. And the goal is 1 million. So he has a long ways to go. But there's this hope and this energy about it that he wants to get out there, not just in Atlanta and Birmingham, but so many other cities, to be able to teach people not to shoot first, but to think first, right?
Right.
His book, again, is One Move at a Time. I read the book, about 250 pages. It teaches a young person or anybody how to play the game of chess. There's actually a move in here that I didn't know existed. It's in Passat, I believe. I'm probably totally butchering the pronunciation of that, but it's when the other person moves their pawn out and you move your pawn 2 spaces, so you're next to each other, you can actually move the pawn to the forward and to the right and take their pawn. I didn't know that was a move. I had no idea. In fact, if I had done that move, I think people would have said, oh, you're cheating. That's not a real move. But I got to keep this book handy to make sure that this is a chess master that said this is a real move. That's pretty cool.
Well, for him to get to 1 million people, it's going to take some help.
Absolutely. His website is besomeone.org. We talk about resources. I'll be very transparent. I looked around my garage after I talked to him. I was like, I have all these golf clubs sitting here from my son that are not earning anything for anybody right now. He's outgrown them. I listed them all up on the Facebook Marketplace, and I got $400 for several clubs, and I gave him a check today. So those are resources that were dead, not affecting. Maybe that $400 helps change a life down the road for somebody. I think we should look at doing more, looking at partnering with firms or groups like him and other groups to really make a difference in the people around us. Because in the end, that's what counts the most. So yeah, if anyone wants to join me, besomeone.org, you can donate there. You can buy the book and hand it to your child, grandchild, or yourself to learn how to play chess. That was good.
That was great.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys. See you next time.
Wiser Wealth Management Incorporated is a registered investment advisor. Information presented is for educational purposes only and does not intend to make an offer or solicitation for the sale or purchase of any specific securities, investments, or investment strategies. Investments involve risk and, unless otherwise stated, are not guaranteed. Be sure to first consult with a qualified financial advisor and/or tax professional before implementing any strategy discussed herein. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.
The game of life, the game of life.